lot of players. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 players. From the 13 players, we have 3 Mafia that include the Don, the Framer, and a Vanilla Mafia. On the cop side, we have a Sheriff as well as a Doctor. And on the third corner, the gray corner, we have the Serial Killer, who is just a third faction who's going to try and out fatigue all of you. Now, just a quick final description on how the serial killer wins in case there is 3 people alive and the serial killer is one of them. Naturally, if there is 1 serial killer, 1 mafia, and 1 cop left, the serial killer is the victor. If there are 2 mafias and 1 serial killer left, then the mafias win. If there is 2 cops and 1 mafia left, then the game goes on until there's 1 mafia and 1 cop left. Okay? Yes. Yes, if you have questions, you can unmute yourself.
What if there's 1 mafia and 1 serial killer?
Then the serial killer wins as well. Okay? Any other questions that might happen that you are unsure of, then you can privately text me. There's a lot of players, guys. Let's try to minimize the amount of messages that the moderator receives, okay? So that we just remain organized. I'm going to limit 1 minute for the first 2 rounds, regardless of whether you are talking in the first round or you are defending yourself. And then after that, once the numbers are a bit more, are a bit less, then we can start extending the talk time. All right. So I am going to paste the day sequence to you guys. Day 1 sequence in the chat is pasted, and we start with Varant. You have 1 minute, and I will do what Zare was doing yesterday. I will immediately mute only for the first 2 rounds. Okay, guys? So please respect the time. All right, let's go, Varant. Pass. Garo. Pass. Haig.
Okay, Varant, I really do not want to be in your position, because unless you nominate yourself, you're going to have to wait an entire round and then another round because you're going to be last. Sako, I did not like what you did about Snoop. Why did you want to differentiate between Kevork and Snoop? It would have been easier. It would have confused the mafias. I was a mafia once, and I was confused because there was Kevork and Snoop, and both of them were Kevork. Brings a big suspicion on you. And other than that, I just wanted to tell you, remind the police, especially the sheriff and the doctor, to be very, very, very careful in giving out signals, because in this case, it's not only the mafia that has to coordinate and kill. If you give out a very tiny signal, the serial killer can pick up on it and boom, shoot you at night, as simple as that. So please be very cautious and very careful about how you talk, what you give out. Other than that,
5 seconds.
Good luck to the police.
Joe. Pass. Harut.
Like, I didn't like what you said about the changing name, because I think it's fair, even for the mafias and whoever. So the fact that you mentioned this, for me, it's like you're using this because we talked about this in another game before. You're using this so that you can try to give a reason that you're a cop. So I don't like it much. And I feel comfortable with Herak, Shamshirian. I don't feel comfortable with Snoop and Vahik. Those are my suspicions.
Thank you, Harut. Sako?
The difference between you and I, Haik, is that I like to play this game, and it must be fair as much as possible. You do whatever you can to win, okay? That's the difference. I win it when it's fair. That's 1. 2. Listen, okay, I think, in my opinion, Haig is a cop. He's not a good cop, but he's a cop. Other than that, again, I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you to speak as much as you can in order for us to have much, let's say, a bigger idea of who's who because 2 people are going to die at night. Other than that, Harut, I have suspicions on you and Sergey because you are nervous. Sergey, hello.
Time. All right, Snoop.
Hey, hi everybody. It's an interesting game for me because it's the first time I play with Joseph and Hrayr. I agree with Harut about Sako because Sako I mean like I agree that like I don't think Sako is a mafia, and he asked about changing the names because he always has suggestions like that during the game to make the game clearer and more fair. Other than that, Harut, why you don't feel good about me and Vahik? Like, what's the reason? Just like a gut feeling, or you picked up something? Let me know.
10 seconds.
I'm done.
Thank you, Hrayr.
Hi everybody. Just interesting to see how you know, the pond is a little stirred right off the bat with that name thing. I'm just kind of interested to see how this is gonna pan out. I'm a cop, and I'll be on the lookout. Thank you.
Thanks, Hrayr. Van.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you all. Yeah, there is the tension as usual started with Hai Gapujan throwing out the bait. Let's not take the bait. Let's focus on the game. You know how he plays. We're gonna find out soon what his role is. So don't worry about him. And we're gonna win. Pass.
Vahik.
Parirun Sadachosner, in Armenian. Joseph, that means good evening, liars, by the way. Mashallah, we have liars from all parts of the world. Hike, I wanted to make a comment about what you said about Sako. The funny thing about you is you make comments like this, but then you forget the things that you've done usually before the game starts. Like asking about what happens if a serial killer and a mafia are left at the end of the game. For me, this is much more eye-opening than what Sako said about the names, because the names can get confusing for everyone. There's Kevork and so on. So it's very curious that you forget about what you do and then comment on what other people do. So I agree with Van, I'm not going to take this bait. And when it comes to Harut, not surprised. Yani, either I throw suspicion on Harut or Harut throws suspicion on me. I just hope we don't end up in the situation last game where we were enemies until the very end. That's pretty much it.
Harry.
Hey guys, one request from my side, if we can keep it English as much as possible. We're recording hopefully a nice game. Other than that, I'm hoping, I don't know, the coalition from last time, the Vahik, Harut, Hrayr coalition comes through again on the police side and we come out of this victorious. With that, pass.
Thank you, Harry. Sergey.
Okay, so a lot of people talked about what Hayek said, but I just want to remind that prior to role assignments and stuff, the issue came out as well, and we said that Snoop should change his name, and there was this whole thing that happened before the game as well. So he probably forgot when he rejoined that the name should be changed. And that's the last thing I want to say about this, because it happened before the game, and Sako made the comment about it when we started the game. Other than that, just a hunch. I am not a hunch. From what Van said, we will find out what Hayek's role is. I don't know. You're giving signs that you have a role. I'm going to keep a close eye on you.
Sarafian.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Joe. I think it's the first time playing with Joe. I don't like when it's a lot of people. Usually it's a hunch salad. Now it's a hunch tabbouleh. So everybody's throwing their feelings all over the place. Besides that, nothing much to say. And I leave the floor.
Okay, guys, good job. No bad words, no nothing. I'm impressed. A little disappointed, but impressed. All right, guys. So the first four names, Varant, Garo, Haig, and Joe, you guys can nominate yourselves. So normally during the for the duration of the game, you can only nominate yourself a single time. Yes, Haig, you spoke already, so you can't nominate yourself. But just because it is the first round and you are the first three, the first four, you get to nominate yourselves for free only this round. You don't have to do it, but you can if you want to. All right, so let's start with Varant. Do you nominate anyone?
Myself.
Okay, Varant nominates himself. Garo? Pass. All right. Joe?
Libyan.
Harut, Haig. Okay. Joe?
Haig.
Haig. Harut?
Vahik.
Vahik. Sako? Pass. Snoop? Pass. Hrayr? Pass. Van? Nomination, my friend.
Harut.
Okay. Vahik?
Sako.
All right. Hrayr? Pass. Sergey?
Van.
Van. And the Kevork? Pass. All right. So we have intern, Varant, Haig, Harut, Sako, Van, Vahik. You guys get a minute each. Varant, go ahead, please.
Okay. So basically, Hrayr Mr was the one who got confused at the beginning and said before the game, there are two Kevorks. Normally, Haig, who has a very good memory, okay, doesn't forget that. So when Sako Sabunjan proposed that please change it, it was something very natural. So Haig, you brought a lot of suspicions when you said that, because it was a useless comment unless you're a mafia. Useless, just something to say. That's all I have to say. And I have a doubt on Haig, but it's not that material.
Time. Haig.
Varant, it's really sad if you nominated yourself just to say that. Guys, I am saying that the fact that Sako is pointing out something like that means a lot, at least to me. If it doesn't mean anything to you, I don't care. It means a lot to me. Only a mafia would be very concerned. Yes, it's true that Hrayr said, but Hrayr said it maybe before the roles were given out. Why did Sako bring that up again after the roles? If he had not mentioned that, the game was gonna move on. 1, 2, Harut, I understand how you brought heat on Snoop and Vahik, but I can't understand how you say I'm comfortable with Hrayr Mr day one without even him having talked. Like, he hasn't said anything and you say, I'm comfortable. Just please explain. I would really want to develop that skill as well. Harry, guys, I don't know why you are so comfortable with Harut. You're making coalition with Vahik and Harut. Why aren't you guys doubting? Why are you starting to formulate coalitions already? Sergey, what you said,
all right. Sorry, Haig. I told you guys first round. Harut.
Okay, first of all, Haig, to answer you, I think the sequence thing that you talked, we had it again, you talked about it before, and you saw that you made a huge mistake of talking about that because it didn't work. Second, about Snoop and Vahik, I'm not gonna say, hey, it's about body language, and I don't want to explain you why I have my doubts. And third, I feel comfortable with Hrayr, also in a very, okay, you want me to tell you, because when the camera opened, he did like this. He put his shirt exactly placed and he did his hair like this. Usually if you're a mafia, you have seen yourself 2 seconds before. The fact that detail made me feel comfortable. Now he's also shocked, but I look at the details. And this is my way, but it's all the game, it's about putting information on the table and see who will follow or not follow. How you're playing, Hike, after what I said, it doesn't make me feel comfortable with you, and neither with Vahik and Hrayr. Maybe we're not gonna have a triangle coalition.
Time. So, next we have Sako.
Yeah, Sarut. Anyway, you hurt Raj's feelings. Anyway, guys, I'm not gonna talk about Hike. He accused me of being a mafia, and I went up and said, I think Hike is the police. Now, I'm gonna suggest something. Tonight, 2 people are going to die. In the worst case. In the best case, 1. So can we, I have a suggestion. Can we not kill anybody today? Thank you very much. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Sako. Van. So sometimes we, Joe or whoever does not know, we call Van the senator from Wyoming. So don't get confused, just in case this does happen. So, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Sako, for reminding everybody that no one should die today. 2 people are going to be eliminated with no mercy at all in a few minutes. Having said that, Sergey, good that you realize what I said. I want to stress one thing, that what I said is because of the bait that Haig threw out, and everybody had to react on in a way or another. There is no way, if I were the sheriff, that I'm not asking about Haig Apujan tonight, not tomorrow, tonight. And that's the order of things in life. And you know, this Haig Apujan is Haig Apujan and will never change. You know, Shahan changes.
10 seconds.
People change, but Haig will not change. So we will find out sooner or later, and I yield the floor.
Thank you, Van. Vahik?
I don't have much to say to Harut. I don't have much to say. Harut nominated me based on gut feeling. This always happens, especially at the beginning, either me on Harut, either Harut on me, or me on Haig, Haig on me, and so on. I don't have anything to say, and I choose not to say more. And the only reason why I nominated Sako was because I didn't feel good about him, to be honest with you. I was observing him after the first time Haig mentioned him, and I didn't like the way he was sitting, I didn't like the way he was moving, and he was bobbing his head. So basically the same reasons as Harut gave, and I wanted him to speak more, and he spoke. And as regards to Haig, I wouldn't necessarily disagree for the sheriff to ask about him, but I think given the style that he's playing, too aggressive and too much mixing things around in the first morning, this actually, opposite to what many people are thinking, gives me a slightly more better feeling about him. This is as much as I'm going to say for now.
Thank you, Vahik. All right, guys, I need very clean votes. All right, so on the count of 3, I'm just going to give the sequence again so you all know. It's going to be Varant, then Haig, then Harut, Sako, Van, Vahik. The lynching begins with Varant on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Haig. 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Harut. 1, 2, 3. 0. Sako. 1, 2, 3. 0. Van. 1, 2, 3. Vahig. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, no one is lynched. Cameras off. Please only send me the name when I mention it, okay? Because there's a long sequence. We're going to start with the doctor. Please send me who you'd like to save tonight. Framer. Serial killer. Mafias. Don. Sheriff? Okay, guys, in sequence, please. Garo, turn on your cam. Then Hike, Joe, Harut, Sako, Snoop, Hrag, Van, Vahik, Harry, Sergey, Kevork, and Varant. Okay, guys, we have a casualty, which is Mr. Sako Sabunjian. Please give us your will.
Okay, first of all, I'm a regular cop. The interesting is that we have only one casualty. So, yeah. So, either, yeah, the doctor didn't save anybody. So, I think the mafias and the serial killer shot me, or the serial killer didn't shoot. If both of them shot me, I'm gonna thank you. Was my one. That's 2, 3, Angel. 3. Okay, let's focus on the game. 3. Yeah, guys, I want as a final will, I want you to ask about Garo, because Garo didn't talk the first time and said past the second time he had the right to nominate himself. Did we lose anyone? No, but he didn't
We're
talk.
good. We're good.
Yeah, I suspicions on Sergey, and Sergey didn't talk. Maybe both of them have roles, maybe don't, maybe positive roles, maybe not. But this is it. This is it. And good luck for the police. I'm a regular cop. 1 people dies on a serial killer game. Okay, I'm not gonna forget this. Good luck, boys.
Karma, Mr. Sarkis. Okay, Garo, the floor is yours. You may begin. You have a minute.
Okay. So just so I understand, you said that one person died, which was Sako, but you didn't say anything about someone being saved. So yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. Yes, I didn't say anything the first rounds because I've been trying to kind of observe everyone. It's a big group. I do have a few suspicions. But the thing is, like when the thing with Sako came up that, you know, to change the name, Joe kind of laughed. I have my suspicions on Joe, and then but Sako got, you know, cleared up, so that's kind of the thing. So my observation is as follows: if Sako is a cop and he was killed in the night, so he was in the sequence probably, then that means that if whoever was attacking Sako and putting suspicion on him wouldn't be the mafia. Yeah.
Thank you, Garo. Haig.
So Sako, sorry about that, but it's good that only one person died. I highly doubt that serial killer did not kill anyone because they absolutely have no advantage in refraining from killing at this stage. So probabilities are that both mafias and serial killer lynched you. Now, Harut, I want to thank you for explaining about Hrayr. It does make a lot of sense now. And then now that you gave a very legitimate and clear reason, I do believe you. Not about the fact that Hrayr is a cop, but I tend to trust you even more now. Van, what are you trying to do? If you are a framer, you should be a bit more subtle in asking the sheriff to ask about me. I would play the exact same game. I bring heat on someone, I frame them and ask the sheriff to frame. It's a very, very dangerous game you're playing, Van. And that's about it for now. We'll see how it moves on.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, I just laughed because I felt bad for Sako. He seems to put a target on his back. And I'm surprised. I thought he'd be kept in the game. And yeah, just because Sako stirs controversy as an easy target. So you usually think you want to kill the quiet ones. So I was quite surprised. And
Yeah, Sako's quite a character from I've met him so far, so it's sad he's gone.
Thanks, Joe. Harut?
Hike, sorry, I still don't feel comfortable with you. With Hike, I don't feel comfortable neither with Vahik. Hike, you had a strong reaction when you saw that Sako was dead and he was the only shot. Like you like, you did all this thing that usually you don't have to, this overreaction, you know? And I saw Vahik's face, he was laughing, which is normal. Like I laugh if somebody dies, I mean, I don't care. But now I'm gonna start to see other people as well. I kind of feel, if I'm gonna talk about who I feel comfortable with Joe, because yeah, he gave like, without being afraid, he said, yeah, I laughed about it. And Garo, because he changed the place while it was at night, it was in the inside, now it's outside, now back inside. If he was a Mafia, he has to type. So I don't know this thing. I'm not saying he's a cop. I don't know. And Hike and Van.
5 seconds.
Van, I think he's not. It has nothing to do with the framer.
Time.
He's not very like direct. Van.
Thank you. Snoop.
It's good that only one person died. Harut, you're playing super weird today. I don't know. I feel that you're playing in a different way. You're like, for example, you think that Hrayr is a cop just because he did this and he checked himself on the camera. I think that's a stupid reason to think that Hrayr is a cop. You know, like anyone. You don't know what Hrayr he do like usually, you know. So I don't know. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe Van is the sheriff because you have a sheriff haircut. Anyway, cheers.
10
That's
seconds. Thank you. Hrayr?
I'm just gonna address to the sleepers in this round. I feel like Joe might be one of them because when he gave his statement, he basically mourned the loss of a cop, and just kind of that was it. He was trying to basically fly under the radar and kind of hide his deeds. So I guess my primary suspicion right now is falling on Joe. Thank you.
Thank you, Hrayr. The senator.
Could I ask Joe, Joe, when you turn away and when you look elsewhere, I don't see your face at all. I don't know, it's about the shade or it's about the light in your room, but now I can see you. Now I don't see you, for example. If you could fix that quickly, just, I don't want to bother you, but like, I really can't see your face and face is important for me. Hrayr, if you could fix, if you could look more at us, that would be better. But you rarely do that. But you have to fix that too, because I don't find it fair. This is technical part of what I wanted to say. Thanks a lot, Joe. Thank you.
15 seconds.
Yeah, given that I said that those are important things, I highly doubt something happened on the Mafia side. It's really weird what happened that night. Why there was one dead, I don't know. I have no idea.
Time.
And about Harut, I would.
Sorry, Van. I apologize. I don't like to do this, but I did give the Harry. Sorry, yeah, Vahik. Vahik changed his camera spot. Yeah, Vahik.
It's me.
Yeah, it's you.
I want to make 2 quick comments. First of all, to Harut. Harut, again, it's entirely your right to put suspicions on me and so on, whoever you want. But I just want to remind you that there are many people, players in this game, and there are new players, at least for me. I haven't played with Joseph. I haven't played with Garo. I haven't played with Hrayr. So let's open our horizons a little bit and start looking elsewhere. And I just want to remind you that it was me and Hike who brought suspicion on Sako. Hike initially with his comment, second me by nominating him. So please just keep this in mind. I'm certainly not capable of pulling off a trick like that, and Hike is, but I think that it speaks in our favor instead of against our favor. The other thing that I want to say is, speaking of the sleeper people that Tarak mentioned, For some reason, I don't have a very good feeling about Garo. He's moving a lot. Garo, if I can just kindly ask you, because it's a bit confusing when you move too much. You're moving a lot and you're a little bit too withdrawn from the game. I haven't played with you. I don't know what kind of player you are, but for me, you're being withdrawn from the game. And second is Joseph, you're also being withdrawn from the game. Whenever someone withdraws,
10 seconds.
To that person, and the movement is also bothering me a lot. So I just want to say that, and Harut, please keep your eyes open and look at other people.
Time. Harry.
Okay, there's one scenario that no one mentioned. The mafias might have not killed someone because the wrong person might have been shot, or someone might not have sent the name within the time frame. I'm not putting any heat on new players who haven't been in a mafia role before, but it could happen. It's also a possibility. I'm just putting it out there as a scenario. It could have happened. It could have been that the serial killer shot someone because it's one person typing a name and the mafias are 3. So if one of them didn't send the correct name or didn't send the name at all, the window was over and then no one died. Hike, I wasn't trying to form an alliance. I just made the reference to a previous game that has nothing to do with this game. It was just a joke I threw in. I don't know why you made a big deal out of it. And I'm going to just also throw this out there as well. Did Hike know that Sako was the first person on the sequence and threw heat on him so that now he can come out and say, how could I have known that he was a cop? He died the first. Would I do that as a mafia? We've seen this cassette many times before. I'm not saying he's doing it. I'm just putting that this is a scenario as well. I know Sergey, Kevork, and Varant haven't spoken yet, but I'm looking forward to what they have to say, and then let's see what happens. Thank you.
Sergey.
Okay, so Ivan's suspicions are still on you. Like, you spent 50 seconds of your time talking about technicalities, and you didn't say why you spoke about Haig when Haig was saying, why would you do that? And I asked you the question in the first round, and I nominated you so that you can answer, and your answer was not convincing at all. Kevork, you need to talk. You haven't said a word from the first round as well. I know it's the second round and you were the last in the sequence, but still. And Harut, your excuse about Tarak being a cop is nonsense in my opinion. I'm adjusting my shirt as well. Does that make me a cop? So that isn't detail that you're putting out there on the table. That is very minute detail that you're saying, and you have been a mafia when you said that before.
Kevork.
All right. Sergey, I was going to mention the same thing concerning Van. I'm not going to repeat that. One thing is, Haig is playing different, and I don't know why you're trying to like be good with Harut. I just don't get it. Other thing is, basically, I'm still trying to build up thing. I don't know, Harut, are you okay? I feel like you're so red, man, and you're like all the time on. I don't know what's wrong. Besides, there's nothing much to say. Nothing much to say.
Varant.
So, listen. Basically, Harut analyzed Hray's shirt story. That doesn't make Hrayr a police, but that makes Harut's approach and analysis relatively a police analysis. And Snoop backed Sako, saying no, and then Snoop said he thinks Vahik is the sheriff. So Snoop, I have suspicions on you. Sorry, and he said that Van is the sheriff, not Vahik. So Snoop said, no, I'm comfortable with Sako, and then said, I think Van is the sheriff. So for me, I have more suspicions on Snoop. I'm comfortable with Harut.
10 seconds.
And finally, Van, you didn't, as Sergey mentioned, you didn't say anything. You just said fix the camera, whatever, you just to fill up that void. And Sergey caught that, so I'm comfortable with Sergey.
Time. Okay, guys, nomination time. We start with Garo. Who would you like to nominate?
I'll nominate myself.
Okay. You don't get to nominate yourself anymore. You realize
Sorry.
this.
Okay. I nominate Joe.
Okay. Hike?
Garo.
Okay. Joe?
Snoop.
Harut?
Hike.
Snoop? Pass. Rag?
Joe.
Okay. Van?
Sergey.
Vahik?
Van.
Hrayr?
Varand.
Sergey Pass? Sarafian? Pass. Varant?
Snoop.
Nope. All right. So we have Garo, followed by Haig, then Joe, then Snoop, then Van, Sergey, and Varant. Garo, you get 1
Please,
minute.
1 minute bathroom break, please. I really have to go, please.
Okay, go ahead.
We're pausing, right?
No, we're just taking a break. Next time, try to have a bottle beside your desk so you can pee in.
Or a catheter.
That's also a possibility. Okay, Harry, gotcha. Guys, I really don't want to mute you, okay? So try to, when I say 10 seconds, just wrap up whatever idea that you have. All right? Time management is important. After this round, will be a lot less players, and then I can give a bit more leeway when it comes to analysis, okay? We don't want this game to go 3 hours again. Okay, Garo, you can start. Harry has his headphones on, so he's hearing what we're saying. Go ahead, you have a minute.
Guys, any insinuation that I'm moving so much to create any suspicion or remove any suspicion, please disregard everything. When you live with two women and you know, if anybody knows my mom and my sister, when it's kebab day, you know, everything is on me. So I can't sit and do that. I'm getting a lot of heat from them. So I'm not really exactly worried about the heat coming from you guys. So please just disregard my movements. I have no choice but to do what I'm doing. And the reason I put Joe is because I had my suspicion. I wanted to, you know, put myself in just so I can explain and, you know, remove any notion that I'm moving about, just to remove that suspicion off me, because, you know, oh, if I'm a mafia, I need to have a notepad. No, that's not real. You can actually stick a note and do whatever you need to do. I did that yesterday and I was still moving. So having said that, my suspicion is still on Joe because of the way he's acting. I saw him play yesterday.
Time.
He was a cop.
Time, Garo, time.
All right, thanks. Today.
Hi.
I mean, I don't have much to say really. Harut, if you have suspicions on me, please vote me out. That's as much as I can say. I stick to what I said. To whoever said everyone changes, Shahan changes, but Hike doesn't change. A ruler never changes. It always remains straight. Just FYI. I'm a cop, okay? Van, the way you are playing is very suspicious. Before, the round before, someone had already nominated Harut. You nominated Harut again. You did not give any explanations. Sergey brought heat on you. You remained outside of the game. Kevork has mentioned you. You remained outside of the game. the way you are playing is very suspicious. One. Two, I'm going to repeat myself again. Guys, this is a game where whatever signal you give out or whatever you say might be taken not
10
lightly
seconds.
by the serial killer. You're saying Van is the sheriff. Maybe the serial killer would believe him, and in fact might Van be, and the serial killer will take advantage of it and shoot him. So please be careful about the way you're talking about people.
Thank you for not having much to say for a whole minute. Next is Joey. Joe, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I look away. I'm actually looking at the screen because I have my notepad on my virtual notepad up because I'm just taking notes. Like I really accuse Snoop. I'm just trying to keep track because I watched Varant play yesterday on the highlights and it was quite good. I can break down scenarios and I was losing track of it. So just went that. On the withdrawal point that Vahik mentioned, that's just kind of the way I play. Like I don't really like. I think the first 2 rounds is just like anyone's guess. And obviously, I appreciate Haig in the game because he's the opposite of me, where he throws an opening gambit. And I'm trying to learn information about people, so I don't really have any firing shots. And Garo playing differently just because. And I laughed at Sako dying just because. Gotten to know you guys quite a bit over 3 hours, as strange as that seems, and
10 seconds.
Personalities, people, and just a bit more comfortable today.
All right, thank you. Next, we have Harut. Sorry, we have Snoop. Not
Not nominated.
Yeah, you're not.
Okay, Varant, if you're a cop, I'm a cop as well, and don't stick on your decisions because you got it wrong, man. I didn't say that I feel good about Sako. I just said I don't think Sako is a mafia because he said that he asked to change the names. I didn't know if he was a mafia or not. I just said about that talk about the changing name. And I asked Van if he's the sheriff because he said something, okay, we're gonna ask about Haig soon. And that's why I asked. I was just talking. I don't know why you think you have suspicions on me just because of that. Other than that, actually, it's too early for me to tell who I feel good with or not. But Harut, he's playing weird. I'm not sure if he's mafia or cop, but he's like just playing.
Thank you, Snoop. Van.
Okay, first of all, guys, all the accusations are being made right and left on me. I didn't have a chance to respond. I used most of my time to speak about the light and etc. Okay, listen to me well. From the beginning of the game, Sergey is coming after me. I don't know for what reason. Just because I said we're gonna find out whether the bait throwing Haig will be a bad character in this game. That's all I said, and we will find out. That's what I said. Sergey, that was an explanation from my end. That's an explanation. I don't know why you're still fixed on me. I'm gonna speak to the cops here. All the cops, listen to me. There is an attempt. There is a real attempt to get me out right now during the day. Stay out of it, and those who will come after me, it will be clear who they are. I have suspicions. I have very strong suspicions on Sergey, and I also have suspicions on Haig, and I tend to believe more Harut, and I tend to believe Garo in this game for now. And Vahik, I have suspicions on you too. Pass.
Thank you, Van. Sergey.
Van, again, you're insinuating something that doesn't mean anything. Like, you're throwing out so many hints, and you're bringing, like Haig is saying, you're bringing so much attention to yourself by saying stuff that the serial killer might come after you. Like, what the heck are you doing? Whoever attempts to kill you has something. Like, what are you doing? I'm a regular cop, man. I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing. Since day one, you've been throwing hints that that you're something in this game.
Thank you, Sergey. Last but not least, Varant.
Okay, guys, listen very carefully. Hrayr nominated me out of nowhere. Why? Because he wanted me to be the last person to speak.
We lost Varant.
Yeah.
Apparently Canada's having electricity problems.
Ever saying anything in this game.
Varant, hold on. I need you to go back because you cut off right after you said Hrayr nominated me because I'm the last on the sequence. Can you continue from there, please? I'll reset.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Hrayr nominated me without ever saying anything before because he wanted me to be the last person in the sequence. Because if I wasn't nominated, Sergey was going to be the last person to be nominated. So I think Hrayr wanted to kind of say Sergey, or else why would he even nominate me without doing anything? So I'm very confused. My suspicions remain on Van and Snoop, but now I'm telling you guys, Hrayr nominated me. I'm the last person, so I'm going to probably be shot. Why would he nominate me without saying anything? Just to make me the last person. Think about it. Don't shoot me, but I'm the last person. So we have to now shoot people in the start. Don't let me in the last because I was nominated without reason.
Thank you, Varant. All right, guys, time for lynching. Varant, can you please mute yourself? I'll mute you. It's fine. All right. So I need clean votes. Just going to read the sequence out real quick. It's going to be Garo, then Vahik, Joe, Snoop, Van, Sergey, Varant. On the count of three, who lynches Garo? 1, 2, 3. We have 1 vote. On the count of three, lynches Vahik. 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Joe, 1, 2, 3. 1 vote. Snoop, 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Van, 1, 2, 3. 1 vote. Sergey, 1, 2, 3. 2 votes. Varant, 1, 2, 3. 1 vote. Sergey, please turn off your cam. All right, guys, night 2, everyone also turn off your camera. Joe, you need to turn, okay, thank you. So, doctor, send me who you'd like to save. Framer, who would you like to frame? Serial killer. Mafias, who would you like to assassinate? Don, ask away. Sheriff, ask away. Okay, please turn on your camera in turn. We start with Vahik, then Joe, Harut, Snoop, Hrayr, Van, Vahik, Harry, Kevork, Varant, and Garo. We have a single casualty. Hrayr, you have been assassinated. Hrayr, you get to give your last thoughts. So unmute yourself and
Okay. Well, obviously I'm a cop, you know, since I got killed at night. I don't know. This is kind of confusing, I guess, because of the serial killer twist of the game. But I guess at this point, maybe Vaughn needs to, because a lot of people are putting suspicions on him. I just want to see what happens if he's eliminated. I don't know what to say, guys. It was a great game, but thank you for having me.
thank you for playing, Hrayr. All right, guys. Hike, go ahead.
Okay, I know now you guys are gonna ask me why I shot Sergey. I believed Varant, and obviously the fact that Varant was the last and he did not shoot anyone makes me believe him even more that he genuinely is a cop. And I really liked the fact that he explained out of the blue he was put as a nominee. On top of that, I did not like Sergey's last words when he spoke. He tried to bring more heat on Van, but he just talked gibberish to me. And he does that. He does not bring any additional value whenever he's a Mafia. So in my opinion, he was a Mafia. Now, I know this is going to bring additional heat on me. There's already heat been going on me since the beginning of the game.
15 seconds.
Please feel free to lynch me if you want to. Now, the fact that there's second night, one person dying, I'm having stronger and stronger suspicions that what Hrayr said is true about the fact that the Mafias are failing to kill, and it's only the serial killer.
Time. Thank you, Hike. Joe? Pass. Harut.
All right. I think that Sergey was, maybe Sergey, there's a highest probability that Sergey was a, what's the name, was a serial killer. And it makes a logic that if he was a, serial killer, I would think about Sergey as a person, as a serial killer to put on the first one on the sequence to kill as a Sako. He can do that. For me, Varant, I really understand what you said, but I don't think it is so much highly calculated, because for me, I take it as Sergey as a serial killer more rather than a Mafia. So if I take it as a serial killer, so I don't think there was a coalition between Hrayr and Sergey. So, and I think Hrayr didn't put you like that. Usually Hrayr always nominates so that everybody can speak. And for him, it's kind of something like a positive that he does. I wish somebody nominated me before, for me as well. But you're using this, that you believe Varant and you killed Sergey. Now for me, Sergey, I'm gonna take it as a serial killer, because I don't think that serial killer wouldn't shoot someone. And okay, there's a probability that the sequence is not working, but guys, when we go to the meeting room, the sequence is very clear and everybody writes it down very clearly. I don't believe that it's not working, the sequence, unless it's Joe, because the new player.
Time.
So let's see, I have my doubts on Joe now as well.
Snoop. Pass. Van.
I double down on that. The sequence is super clear whenever people, especially now that we've changed the rules, we don't shoot at night by raising our hand. We write it down. We write it down. How the hell are the Mafias missing? The Mafias are missing. It cannot be twice. It cannot be twice in a row that Mafias miss. But once something goes wrong, it can go wrong in the second night too. There is a possibility. Look, I took out Sergey because I really believe he was a Mafia. Whenever someone gets fixed on one person, whenever he's talking, that's for me a big suspicion. Everybody here has been talking about a lot of things. Sergey kept talking about me. One thing I said, he got fixated on that, and then he focused on that. That's why I wanted to eliminate him. And I'm glad we didn't lose Varant. And Hike, I'm feeling more comfortable with you now.
Time.
Pass.
Thank you, Van. Vahik.
Okay, Garo, I nominated you as the first person on the sequence because Varant gave a speech that struck a chord with me. I actually believe it was quite sincere. I don't know, of course, I never have foolproof evidence, but it did strike a chord. So I wanted to vote you so that at least it would be equalized. But Hike, I don't understand why, having seen the number of people who came before and got votes, why you couldn't have just waited and not added another vote. I don't understand this. I mean, did you think he was going to get 2 or 3 votes? I don't know. I certainly didn't think so. I thought 1 was enough to equalize the situation. Having said that, Garo, I still am suspicious of you. Honestly, again, I haven't played with you. It's just really based on a gut feeling. In addition to the walking around, which is not
10 seconds,
which is not a problem anymore. You spent too much time talking about yourself and defending yourself. But a couple of other suspicions. Joseph, awfully quiet, saying pass. I don't like it. Snoop, awfully quiet, saying pass. I don't like it. And Kevork, I want you to talk more, please.
Thank you, Vahik. Harry?
Varant, I'm expecting a thank you when your turn comes because everybody now believes you're a cop. So I did you a favor. I'm sorry, guys, but did I miss the memo where I need to mention someone before I nominate them? I can nominate whoever I want. It's a good thing that you defended the way you defended because it was very passionate. It was from the heart, blah, blah, blah. But I don't look at these things. Who's last? Who's first? There are many levels to the game. There are many layers inside this game. So you got to think outside as well. Having said that, Kevork Sarafian, I don't know what you're doing, man. You're flying under the radar. You're not saying much. It was between you or Varant that I was going to nominate, but I chose to nominate Varant. And rightfully, he turned out to be more convincing. Other than that, Haig, I threw bait the previous round. You didn't catch it. You usually catch stuff like this. I'll probably get nominated, so I'll explain what I did.
10 seconds.
And we can talk at that round. Thank you.
Mafia is an onion, so it's that layer. Kevork.
Okay, I want to ask Vahik, how are you suspicious of Garo? This does not make sense to me because Garo obviously is not capable to concentrate in the game because he's busy with the kebab thing. What's bothering me the most is Van and Hike. Hike, the explanation to defend Varant does not make sense. Plus, Van was expected to shoot. You defending Varant without even, and saying that I believe his talk. Now the suspicion on you is it's growing on me a lot. You started to go good with Harut. Then you changed, now you're good with Van. Shooting, the game is not consistent. You're not giving any explanation and you shot. For me, this is highly suspicious. Plus, Snoop, you're not talking. The one who's under the radar for me is Snoop, at least for something. And
I'm Kevork. Next we have Varant.
Harry, out of everyone, you should believe in the importance of sequences based on yesterday's experience. You didn't shoot me. You could have equalized and saved Sergey. So you chose not to shoot me because you nominated me. You could have shot me. So maybe you didn't take the risk not to kill me, whatever. Harut, I'm comfortable. You looked at the shirt, you analyzed, and Tarak turned out to be a cop. So, you know, I feel comfortable with you. The moderator said, thank you, Hike, for not saying anything 1 round ago. I don't know if you remember, Hike. I don't know if he made a mistake or something. So, and normally.
Time. Garo.
Yeah, I'm not gonna double back, but I am curious why you shot me, Vahik. I mean, that makes no sense in my mind how you could equalize. Other than that, I don't know. I got nothing right now.
All right, thank you. So, time for the nominations. Haig.
Harut.
Ike says Harut. Joe? Pass. Harut?
Joe.
Snoop?
Vahik.
Vahik. Van?
Garo.
Vahik?
Hike.
Harry?
Kevork.
Kevork?
Harry.
Van? Varan, sorry.
Snoop.
Snoop. And Garo? G. Get your ass here. Who do you nominate?
Pass.
Pass. All right. So we have Hike, then Joe, Snoop, Vahik, Harry, Kevork, Garo. Guys, I'm still keeping it at 1 minute. There's still a lot of players, okay?
There's me as well. There's me as well.
Harut? Okay. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Okay, Hike, go ahead.
I mean, I have to talk more. Anyways, Varant, the moderator said that because I said I don't have much to say and I used the entire minute. That's why he said not to say anything. Plus, don't trust Harut, man, because he found out about Hrayr. The mafias know who's the police. So him saying Hrayr is the police, if he's a mafia, doesn't mean anything. Harut, I don't like how you are saying that Sergey is the serial killer only because one person died at night. The previous night, one person died as well. Harut, I really don't like how you're playing. Kevork, you're trusting Garo. Maybe Garo is the reason why the sequence is not working for the mafias and one person is dying. How come you didn't question that? I cannot believe you did not question that. Vahik, I do not like how you played at all. And Hrayr, if your bait is about me attacking Sako first night and then using that to say I did that, how come he died and I attacked him? I did not use that. I'm not going to use it. It's Vahik who justified him and me being a cop by saying we attacked Sako and then he died. So probabilities are high and me are a cop. And now Vahik nominated me and is attacking me. I'm going to shoot either one of Harut or Vahik now. And then I'm a cop. I'm playing like right, left, and center. I don't give a fuck. If I'm a mafia, I would be very cautious. I'm gonna kill people.
Joe.
Varant, the whole point on Harry not shooting you, I don't think is valid because I was watching yesterday's game and Harry has his philosophy is to not his risk reward for voting himself out as mafia. So he doesn't like to go out with the shot. So he wasn't going to shoot you anyways. So I just want you to like look beyond that and not just hang on to that. In terms of me not nominating or me not saying the first round, I have heat on me, so I know I was gonna get nominated. So I just figured I'm gonna get speaking slot anyways. And in terms of what else I need to address, in terms of new players, I haven't seen what the sequences looks like, but it doesn't seem like that hard to confirm a name. So I mean, we're all pretty smart, intelligent people, and it's my second game now, so it shouldn't be that hard. But I haven't seen how the mechanics work. But
thanks, Joe. Harut.
Okay, Hike. If you are really a cop, and I think the only person between all of us is you who is the most comfortable saying that the mafias are not killing someone at night. And if you are so comfortable, maybe you're the serial killer, that you are killing someone and the other, you know that if another person is not dying, so maybe you're the serial killer. I don't know. This is one thing. Second, yeah, I talk about Hrayr. Yeah, it was a small detail. I said I feel comfortable, but I didn't say like, Khalas, Hrayr is a cop for me. But yet again, at the end, he was a cop. But I never used that as a defense for myself. I just said that I feel comfortable because I think that small detail counts. And apparently it's like that. Other than that, if you think that there's a wrong in the sequence, then why don't you think about people that they can put wrong in the sequence? For example, Joe, no attack for you, Joe, but it's your first time playing. Maybe that can be a problem. Or Garo, because he's doing barbecue, maybe he's late for the put the name. Why you're not talking about this? So basically for me, you're a serial killer
10
player.
seconds.
And Kevork, I don't like the way you're talking. That's it. I have, so I have really doubts on everyone now. I don't, now there's no one that I feel comfortable, really.
Time. Snoop.
Okay, so many people talked about that I'm not talking that much. But I've been talking, maybe not that much, but I wasn't silent at all, maybe because earlier I just passed and I didn't talk for one round. You guys thought that I'm not talking that much, but you nominated me. I don't know, I explained you earlier and that's your choice. I have suspicions on Garo, and the problem with the sequence might be him not really focusing with the game. Harut, you're still giving like nonsense indications. Even if Haig, I think so, even Haig is the serial killer.
10 seconds.
He won't play that way, so he stays under the radar. That's it for now.
Okay, one second. All right. Next we have Vahik.
So a few points. Garo, with respect to the point that you made, why I shot you, it was because Varant was the last person to speak and he gave a speech and he basically made a plea not to be killed. This is what I understood from him. And that's why you were the first person. And I thought from the beginning I would already vote someone in case anyone voted for Varant, there would be a tie. This is what I did. Plus, the reason why I voted for you specifically was because I still had lingering doubts about you. Not just because of the movement, but because you spent a lot of time defending yourself. Not the last time you talked, but the time before, you spent a lot of time defending yourself. And I didn't feel good about that. But now I'm going to back off slightly from you because I don't want to focus on one person throughout this game. Hike, I never said I'm suspicious of you just because I nominated you. Since when is this a rule that if you nominate someone, it means that you're suspecting them to be Mafia? I never said that. I nominated you because you weren't nominated yet. This is why I nominated you. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because I wanted you to speak more.
10
For
seconds.
me, the scarier people are the people who are not speaking in this game so much. Joseph, your moves of doing pass, I don't like them. Snoop, I'm a little bit suspicious of you. Kevork,
Time.
also a little bit. You have to talk more, Kevork. I feel there's some kind of...
Thank you, Vahik. Vahik. Thank you. Harry.
The bait hike that I threw is that the previous round, I was the only person who spoke about the Mafias maybe not killing. So I thought maybe you would latch onto the idea that I was giving a signal to my fellow Mafia that, guys, what the fuck are you guys doing? But you didn't. You usually pick up these things. So I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I wasn't giving any signals. I'm not a Mafia. I'm just a regular cop. I was just throwing a bait. And no one caught on. I don't know what is going on, to be very honest. I don't know why one person is dying and not two. The first round, maybe Sako dying and both of them shooting the same person. But I think there's something fundamentally wrong. And I'm unable to read a lot of this game.
10 seconds.
Nice face hike. Other than that, nothing.
Sarafian.
Guys, all the talking, only one person got shot. For me, I always go with evidence, nothing more, nothing less, because the remaining does not make sense. One person got killed. The remaining is basically just emotional, and I don't like your face, I don't like what you're not talking, and so on. One person who got killed was Sergey. And Sergey, I don't know Sergey what he was, but based on the facts that the game is now showing, there was no concrete evidence. The guy saw something on Van who wasted his entire round talking about the shades, and that guy killed him. This is the only evidence which is showing in the game. The other thing is, at night something is not happening, but you can't do anything about it. As cops, you cannot have concrete evidence on that because you don't know anything about it. All I see people are talking, and two people for me who shot a person and killed them is Haig and Van. For me, this is not making any sense. And Haig, your play is suspicious. You are switching a lot. Either you are confusing people with the way you're playing.
Kevork. Time. All right, Garo.
What?
You need to defend yourself.
I've got nothing to defend myself. I mean, I don't know what the accusation is for. I've said my piece. I got nothing else.
Okay, thank you, Garo. Lynching time. We are going to start with Vahik, then Joe, Harut, Snoop, Vahik, Harry, Kevork, and Garo. All right. So on the count of three, who lynches Vahik? 1, 2, 3. We have 2 votes. On the count of three, who lynches Joe? 1, 2, 3. 1 vote. Harut, 1, 2, 3. 1 vote. Snoop, 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Vahik, 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Harry, 1, 2, 3. 0. Sarafian, 1, 2, 3. 0. Garo, 1, 2, 3. 2 votes. So we have a tie for Vahik and Garo. Vahik, you get a
Shad
minute and
Laverav,
20
Kevork,
seconds.
Yev Harut, Shad Laverav, Vahik. I don't buy you still. I don't buy you still. If you are a police, you would bring heat on me based on the actions that I did. I don't understand why you're not bringing actions. Harut, you said Sergey is the serial killer, and now you said I am the serial killer? You ask why I didn't accuse new player for fail. You ask me why I didn't accuse new players for failing the sequence, while I explicitly told Kevork, why are you taking Garo for granted that he is the police? I said maybe Garo is the mafia and that's why it's failing. Guys, either you're not paying attention to what I'm saying or you guys are mafias. I just mentioned to Kevork that if I was the serial killer, I wouldn't have cautioned people to not bring up messages. I believe I'm quite good at capturing signals. If I was a serial killer, I wouldn't have said that. I would have let people play. I would have captured the signal and killed them. And yes, there is also another probability that it's been 2 nights that the mafias and the serial killer are killing the same person. Guys, I am a police. If you're gonna kill me, you're just not going to contribute to the games. Harut, I have a very, very, very big suspicion on you. And Kevork, the way you are playing and the vote that you just took now is bringing suspicions on you as well. Let the sheriff ask about me 2 nights in a row and find out what I am.
Thank you, Vahik. Garo?
Yeah, I think this nomination and vote went very sour. Okay. You see what I'm dealing with?
I'll reset your time. Go ahead.
Dude, you gotta give me a minute. The kebab is burning. One second. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. How happy Sako is.
Kebab.
And kebab is more important than anything.
Garo's mom just sujucht him because the kebab is burning.
It's the highlight of the game, guys.
Garo, show us your multitasking powers and save the kebab and defend yourself. This needs to go on the highlight reel, okay, Vaughn? G, my man.
I'm sorry about this, guys.
Let's go.
But this voting is going sour. I recommend nobody vote anybody out. Because the way I see it, the vote that went to Haig was not supposed to go that way. I don't know why Kevork you shot Haig. And I don't know why I got 2 votes as well. But whoever is voting right now, definitely there's 2 mafias involved in doing that shooting. So you guys make your decision. But what I'm saying is I'd rather die at night.
Thank you, Garo. All right, guys, on the count of 3, who lynches Hike? 1, 2, 3. 2 votes. Who lynches Garo? 1, 2, 3. 3 votes. Garo, turn off
4
your
votes.
cam.
4 votes. Hike also voted. 4 votes.
4 votes. Well, either way, Garo, turn off your cam. Good luck with your kebab. Everyone, it's night number 3. So, Hike, turn off your cam. Thank you. Doctor, who would you like to save? Framer. Serial killer. Mafias. Don. Sheriff. Okay, so we start with Joe. Joe, can you please? Thank you. And then Harut. Snoop. Van. Vahik. Harry. Kevork. And Varant. And Haig. We have a very interesting night. So, day number 4 starts, and we have 2 casualties. The first is from Singapore, Mr. Yapujian. And the second is Vahik. Haig, you may begin.
I mean, I don't know what Vahik is. I'm a police. Harut, if you are a police, you're playing a very, very, very bad game, my friend. I'm gonna tell you that. It's a very bad game. I cannot understand how you people cannot pick up the mess that Harut is talking about. Sergey is the serial killer because 1 person died, but the previous night 1 person died as well. Then, oh, hi, you're the serial killer. Make up your mind. Either I'm the serial killer or Sergey is the serial killer. Then you tell me, how come I'm not doubting the fact that there might be a newbie in the Mafia while I just told Kevork that Garo might be the Mafia? That's why the sequence is not working? You're a mess or you're a Mafia? Just explain to us, pick one side. Either tell the people now, I'm sorry, I'm a bad cop, I apologize and I'm gonna correct my game, or you're the Mafia, in my opinion. Joe, I don't know why you shot me. You can explain at your own turn. Now, the reason why I shot Garo, I really did not want to shoot Garo, to be honest, only because of the last thing he said. He said, I'd rather die at night. So I thought people will not shoot Garo. I thought Van and Snoop, one of them would refrain from shooting, and I will shoot, and one of them would shoot would be 2 and 2. But the fact is 4 people shot. Snoop shot, Van shot, and Vahik shot. Now, depending on what Vahik is, if Vahik is a mafia, probabilities are that Garo was the sheriff, and then Snoop and Van did not shoot to equalize me, but they shoot to kill out Garo because they had already found out about him. So you have to listen what Vahik has to say. If Vahik is a police, then I don't know. It still could be that Snoop and Van are the mafias, but I don't know. It's a question mark. Could be that Sergey was the other mafia and then he died. I still genuinely think that Sergey was a mafia. Other than that, the fact that Kevork pulled back his vote and second guest gave me the benefit of the doubt, probabilities are he is a police. In my opinion, Varant is a police. I don't know about Hrayr. He's very passive in this game. He's throwing baits, trying to catch, but not catching anything. And then the rest is a bit of unknown. But good luck to the police. That's all I have to say.
Vahik.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it pains me to have to reveal my role because I was the Don. I have to say it. I can't lie about it. Otherwise, I would have lied 10 times over. But I was the Don, and the only intriguing or interesting fact I will reveal about my role and my escapades in the past few nights is that Mr. Joseph Chow is a very, very dangerous individual in this game. And he is the serial killer, and he must be eliminated. And of course, I can't lie about that now that I'm saying it now. I can't lie about it. He is the serial killer. And Joe, I smelled it. I had a suspicion because you were saying pass the whole time. So he must be eliminated. Speaking to both sides. Good luck, whoever was on my side.
All right. That was your interesting evening. We start with Mr. Joseph Chow.
Quite interesting. I don't really understand the mechanics, but I guess in terms of why well, to that point, the serial killer, I guess it's verified. So I am the Lone Ranger in this. But I am willing to be helpful in the votes. And I have been, I don't know, I've been sort of leaning towards the cops. So cops, if you think you're undernumbered, I'll be on your side for now because you just need the numbers. And in terms of why I shot Vahik, it was because I saw Snoop and Van shoot Garo at the last moment, and they'd have no sort of any precedent arguments. They haven't even pointed at him or made any arguments or insinuated they suspected him, and they just shot Garo to hopefully equalize or overtake the vote. And it was proof again because they shot him the second time. And the only reason why I shot the second time was because I knew that both their hands were going to go up. So I'm very clear it's Vahik, Snoop, and Van are the mafias. So up to the cops if you want to get rid of the serial killer in this round. But I will be knocking off the mafias one by one on the votes. So you can take out a neutral threat, but I'm going to want to swing to vote out a mafia in this case. So I will be leaning towards the cops vote. So I don't think I should be the priority.
All right, Harut.
Sir, just a question. When a Don asks about the serial killer, so the moderator should say it's a serial killer? Sorry, I don't know this. Anyway, somebody can explain later.
Yes.
Okay.
I will explain that to you.
So, Joseph Cole, you're eliminated. Like, we're gonna kill you. Other than that, Vahik, whatever you're saying, it's bullshit, man. And please stop saying like that. I said very clearly, I said that in the beginning, after Sergey was dead, I thought that he might be the serial killer, and I explained why. But then after what you talked, my doubts started having on you. Then I said that maybe Sergey was the mafia, you're a serial killer. It could have been very possible that you are the serial killer and killing Sergey. So don't make a lot of mess. Don't become very angry and adil. And now my doubts are Snoop and Van Baptiste. And from the beginning, I had my high doubts on Snoop. I'm gonna say why, because when the sequence when the nighttime was there to put the sequence, like in the beginning of the game, he was cooking. He was in the kitchen, all right? And then when everybody went on in the game, he was still in the kitchen. So, and he was cooking. So if he was a cop, he
10
would have finished the
seconds.
cooking maybe. This is one thing, but I don't want to base everything on that. But other than that, many times I don't know, I have my doubts on Snoop. And other than that, Van, I don't know. I'm gonna look at your play.
Snoop.
Okay. So the reason I shot Garo on the first round and the second round of voting, because I was thinking that he's one of the mafias, and he's not being able to keep up with the voting in the in the night sequence. So that's why I shot both rounds to Garo. Harut, seriously, your like indications are nonsense. I can still cook, or I can come sit and do whatever I want with my laptop. It's not a computer, it's not a PC, it's a laptop. I can move it around and do whatever I want, either if I'm a cop or mafia. Now the thing is, I can't really say that Van is the mafia, because I'm a cop, and the same thing happened with I did he did the same thing on both rounds of votings. So if you guys want to shoot me out, go ahead. I don't mind.
All right, Van.
What an interesting game. Mafias are back on track. Serial killer is still alive. If what Vahik said is true, again, I repeat, if what Vahik said is true, and what I heard from Joe is an acknowledgement that he's a serial killer, please somebody correct me if I'm wrong, then Joe is a serial killer. Second thing, as a cop, I'm not happy that Garo died, because obviously he's a police. The other thing is what he said. I cannot believe he's the sheriff, because what he said was not enough. You cannot go to the middle of the road when there are 2 knives to your throat. You're gonna die. You cannot just say, let's keep this night like this and let's move on. You cannot say that. You either put it out and say what you have to say if you're the sheriff. If you were the real sheriff, you would have spoken, and you would have said, because you had 2 votes on your neck. But now, Harut, I'm coming after you. Harut, you're killing of Haigia Pujan in that way with Kevork and then with Joe. I don't see any justification for that. Pass.
Time. Perfect timing.
So much to say. Van, did you shoot Garo? If yes, how were you convinced that he was a cop and you still shot him? Why did you shoot him? How does that make any sense? What are you talking about, man? Joe, my discussion is with you right now. We don't know who the mafias are. So you can understand the predicament that I am in as a cop. With keeping you in the game, you might kill the wrong person at night. And you might kill a cop. Now, I need you at your turn to answer a very simple question. Did you kill anyone the first 2 nights? Yes or no? You don't need to answer now. You can answer when the time comes if you want to help out the cops. Second of all, going forward, even if the Don says you're the serial killer, he could be lying about that. The only truth that comes out of his mouth is that he is the Don. So you could have played everyone and you could have said, the Don just wants to take me out of the game. This is going forward. He played you. Unfortunately, you didn't know that he could be lying or he could be making it up. There's no rule. The only rule is if a mafia dies at night, they have to reveal their role. Now, I'm going to nominate you, or someone else nominate everyone. We need to know if you were killing or not, so that we can make better understanding of what the sequence is and who's been dying at night, so that we understand what the hell is going on. And if the sheriff is still in the game, if the doctor is still in the game, the round is getting interesting.
Sarafian?
Okay, Hrayr, I have a question. The only when someone dies, he has to be honest. This is at least what I know. It's the whole purpose of this thing, so that this is the only part of the game which is honesty. At least this is what I know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now the other thing is, why on God Green's earth did you shoot Garo? Garo could have not been a mafia, by far. This does not make any sense. This does not make any sense. By the way the game is being played, the only person which I have the most doubt is Van, number one. Van has been shooting left and right. I don't know why he shot Sergey, because he was putting heat on him, or because he was what the other thing that he said, I don't remember. Number two, he shot Garo as well. Being a cop, when you shoot someone, you have to be 100% convinced. If you're not convinced, then why you shoot?
10 seconds.
Other than that, Harut, I don't know, man. I don't know. Harut, Varant, I don't know. Thanks.
Varant.
Okay, basically, nobody said they're the sheriff, because if somebody was the sheriff, he would have revealed himself and said, these are the findings I had, because there have been so many nights that he would have enough information. So for me, there's no reason that Garo is not the sheriff. Nobody of you guys is the sheriff. Van, the way you spoke that maybe he's not the sheriff makes you suspicious. Number two, we cannot take the risk of not killing Joseph for the only sole reason that we're gonna have 2 people dying at night. And during the night, the only people who cannot kill are the police. So unfortunately, my doubts are very clear on Snoop and Van, who are the mafia, and especially Snoop. You are the mafia, but I still am not comfortable enough killing Snoop now and letting Joseph there, because he doesn't know anything. And why would we think he's not going to kill anybody? So I'm saying, let's kill Joseph tonight, now. And
we lost you again, Varant.
Hello?
Yeah,
where did
Varant.
I cut off? Where did I
You
cut
were
off?
saying now my recommendation is that we kill Joseph tonight, and then you cut off.
Okay, my recommendation is we kill Joseph tonight. The police for me are Harry, Kevork, and Harut. And let's
10
kill
seconds.
Snoop and Van. We'll kill them tomorrow.
Okay.
Let somebody say anything else.
Time, Varant, time. Okay, guys, time for nominations. Joe?
Snoop.
Snoop? Harut?
This morning.
Myself.
Okay.
Myself.
Yourself.
Like Hrayr Mr.
All right. Van? Sorry, Snoop.
Hrayr.
Van?
Joe.
Kevork. Oh, sorry, Harry. Sorry, my bad.
Kevork.
Okay. Kevork.
Varant.
Varant.
Harut.
Harut. That's it. You don't get to ask. You don't get to ask. All right. So everyone other than Van are nominated. Joe, you get 1 minute and 20 seconds.
I passed. I didn't kill anyone. Vahik was my first because he's putting too much heat on me. But yeah, I'm just trying to assess everybody's roles because I didn't want to kill off anybody. And yeah, I am here. Look, there's obviously two Mafias.
Sorry, guys. It's cutting. Really, can you say again? Sorry, it was cutting in front of, please. My computer. I'm sorry, my internet. Can you say it again?
Yeah, so I said I didn't kill anyone in the first 2 rounds, and Vahik was the first trigger I pulled because I started just getting more conviction of what people were. And in terms of so I pulled. So Vahik was the first person I pulled. And in terms of, I think there's still 2 Mafias in the game. Clearly, to me, it's Snoop and Van. In terms of, I think it's pretty obvious that they're voting in unison without really any logic to it other than, to fulfill their roles, duties. So look, you can vote me off, but look, if I come off and the Mafia goes into the night, then you're 3 on 2. Whereas I'm at least a known quantity. There's no share. I mean, there's no share. I'm not sure if the Angel's still around. Look, I'm the only quantity in this game, and I just don't feel like it's really useful to burn me out in this first round, given my past in this, and I'm tending to vote with the cops anyways.
Okay. Harut.
Man, Joe, you're not a serial killer. You're like sweet candy killer, man. I never seen so much sweet serial killer. Thank you so much for all the information. And I think you're sweet because like you didn't kill anyone. You could have made Ana Baba Ginu. So it's very clear, guys. We're gonna all vote against Joe now. After that, we'll see if the doctor at least has to reveal himself. Like somebody has to reveal so that we, at least at the nighttime, we think what's gonna happen. Like I can do my calculation in my head for the next round. My high doubts, like the highest suspicions are still Snoop, Van, and Kevork. Those are the top 3. Varant, the fact that you are feeling very comfortable with me, you are very feeling comfortable with all those 4 people that you said their names, make me a bit doubt on you, man, because I don't know. And Hrayr, man, we all forget about Hrayr, but Hrayr, he plays like a moderator when he's a cop or a mafia, so we shouldn't forget that. He made a very nice point when he asked about Joe, who you killed. This is very nice point. Thank you, Hrayr, for that. But I have my eyes on you.
Nope.
So decisions on me just because I wasn't I was cooking and like stupid reasons. Maybe at the beginning, not in the middle of the game, you guys were telling me that I'm not talking that much and stuff, and maybe because I shut Garo out, maybe, but I'm not. And Joseph, your like thoughts are totally wrong. That you think that me and Van are mafias, and you will get that at the end of the game. I'm gonna shoot Joseph, and we'll see what happens next.
Okay, guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, very clearly, Joseph cannot die this round. If Joseph dies and a cop dies the next night and the next morning we kill a cop, the game is over for the Mafias. As long as Joseph is in the game, the Mafias cannot win. Joseph is a known quantity. We should not kill him now. Can you understand that? The Mafias cannot win with a serial killer being in the game. The serial killer cannot win if there are 6 other players other than him. And obviously we know he's the serial killer. At any point in time, if the numbers make sense, you can eliminate Joseph. That's why the serial killer cannot die now, because we don't have a sheriff. If the doctor is still in the game, if the Mafias make an attempt on the serial killer, the doctor can save the serial killer in order to extend the game further. My thoughts at this moment is, Joseph, unless the sheriff comes out, I don't think you should shoot anyone. This is my opinion. But then again, if you have a gut feeling, up to you. But my position is Joseph cannot die this round because I'm a cop. And if Joseph is out and the Mafia kills someone at night, obviously I have a hunch that Garo was the sheriff and he's out of the game conveniently. Van shot him out along with Snoop. Vahik, he did it because of his reasons. Then we are royally screwed. So this round, we should not kill Joe. Kill anyone else, but you cannot kill Joe. This is all I'm going to say. It makes sense. Think about it.
Time.
The game for the cops will not end. For the
Sarafian.
mafias, it will not end.
Harry. Sarafian.
Harry, what you're saying makes complete sense. Makes complete sense. And the problem is we are gambling. We are gambling big time. There is no choice but not to shoot Joseph. Because I think if Joseph dies, the game will be in the hand of the mafias. Other than that, the only person which I have huge doubts is Van. With all the evidence against him, still till now, for me, I don't understand why he shot Sergey. And the other thing, he shot Garo as well. He shot 2 people. Guys, he shot 2 people. This is pure, I'm not talking hinge, you know, I'm not talking about I don't like, this is how I see it. This is the only thing I can see. The other thing is Snoop, but Snoop, I have always my question marks on. I have bad experience with him. This is it. Besides that, Harut, you had suspicion on everyone, and it's like you didn't leave anybody. So I don't know. It's a huge gamble we're playing. All right, that's it.
Varant.
Okay, guys, this is the first time I'm playing with a serial killer, but here's my concern. If we don't kill, the 2 mafias are Snoop and Van, my suspicions. If we kill Snoop, let's say now, okay? At night, and assuming that Snoop we think is a mafia, but if he's not, at night, the mafias are gonna kill 1 person, and the serial killer is gonna kill 1 person. So we might end up with 2 mafias, 1 serial killer, and 1 police. What happens at that time? Then we lose. So what I am saying, listen to me, if we kill anybody today other than Joseph, and that happens to be a police, and at night the mafias are gonna kill maybe a police, and Joseph kills a police, next morning we're gonna wake up with 2 police, 1 mafia, two police, 1 mafia, and 1 serial killer. No, 2 mafia, 1 police, and 1 serial killer. So explain me, it's the first time, I think we have to kill Joseph so that at night only 1 person dies, and not 2 police dies at night. Hrayr, I'm saying it's new for me, but I think, guys, now we have to kill Joseph. We have to kill Joseph, and then Snoop and Van are, but again, I'm not an expert, but because I'm the last person I'm talking about, Hrayr and Kevork and Harut, we have to kill Joseph now to not have a casualty at night. Sorry, but I'm the last person to say we have to kill Joseph now. Police officers, kill Joseph now.
Thank you, Varant. All right.
Can we have 10 seconds before voting?
Think. By the time I'm done giving all the names, you can think. So the sequence is going to be Joe, then Harut, then Snoop, then Harry, then Kevork, then Varant. I want clean votes, guys. If your vote is late, I will not consider it, okay? So keep that in mind. If you want to vote at 2.5 seconds, you may do that. So, starting with Joe. On the count of 3, who lynches Joe? 1, 2, 3. 3 votes. Harut. 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Snoop. 1, 2, 3. 2 votes. Harry. 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Sarafian. 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Varant. 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Joe, please turn off your cam. And night number 4 begins. Everyone, cameras off. Doctor, send me a name. Framer, send me a name. Serial killer, send me a name. Mafias, who would you like to assassinate? The Don has been killed. Sheriff. Well, no need for the sheriff either. No, sheriff as well. Sheriff. Okay, so in turn, Harut, Snoop, Van, Harry, Kevork, and Varant. Okay, Harry, Kevork, Varant, turn off your cams, please. So Harry, Kevork, and Varant. Okay, so the Mafias tried to assassinate, but the doctor saved. Harut, 1 minute.
Okay, for me, what Hrayr said, it totally makes sense about the calculation. That's why I tried to kill Snoop to make it tight. Varant, I'm not gonna explain you why, because Hrayr is better than explaining those stuffs better than me. He's very clear when he explains, so I'm gonna let him to explain. But I really understand his point. But what was interesting that Snoop and Van, both of them followed you to kill. But now, I'm gonna hear what Van will say. What Van will say. I have my doubts what Van will say, because, and it's interesting who will be the doctor this time. It's very interesting. I really have my doubts on everyone, man. This is fucking crazy. I just want to hear the doctor and what he said. And then Hrayr explain you Varant about why I was really, I agree with him to shoot the serial killer. Kevork, I have my doubts on you, man. I'm so sorry. I have my doubts on you, and I have my doubts still on Snoop. And Varant a little bit maybe as well. The only person I feel comfortable, it's Hrayr, and I'm gonna listen what Van says. Maybe I might be also comfortable with Van. Sarafian, I'm not comfortable with you because you're really pulling, let's shoot this, let's shoot that. And you're saying only reason that let's kill Van because he shot. Usually the cops shoot. Cops, they always shoot.
Snoop.
I don't know what to say because it's really confusing for me. I don't know. I have suspicion on Harut because throughout the game, since the beginning, he had suspicion on me on stupid reasons. Dude, give me good reasons. I'll believe you if you give me good reasons. Other than that, I have suspicions on Harry. That's why I nominated him. I don't have I have it's
5
not a
seconds.
big suspicion, but it's just a feeling, so I can't really give you a reason. It's just
Thanks,
a
Snoop.
gut feeling.
Van.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Kevork Sarafian, you're playing Sergey's game, and it's time for me to come after you. And when I come after someone, you know what happens? They die. I hope the doctor clears out, gives us one cop name, one police name now. The person who's gonna die tonight, unfortunately. At least we'll know who's the confirmed cop. Kevork Sarafian, big error for you to do the same mistake Sergey did. Fixating on me for no reason. I killed the serial killer, the confirmed serial killer, because the serial killer had doubts on me, and he was going to, I don't know about Snoop. I'm telling you, I have no idea what Snoop is. But there was a 50% chance the serial killer was going to shoot me at night, and you were going to lose one cup. And by killing another cup during the day, that's 2 cups. Mafias will add a 3rd cup, That's 3 cups. In what world are you talking about, Harry, Mr. H? What world are you talking about keeping the serial killer alive? How can we leave the serial killer alive? Three cups.
Mr. Senator, you're out of line. Harry.
I'm the doctor. I saved myself. Van, you need to leave the game in this round. You cannot go on. I'm not going to waste time to explain the scenarios, but I have 2 suspicions. Van, you've been shooting 3 games in a row, 3 rounds in a row, and all your votes have been effective votes. You have eliminated 3 people from the game. There was a gentleman agreement, if you wish, that Joe wasn't going to shoot anyone at night because he didn't. I explained to him, you don't know who's a cop and you don't know who's a mafia. You cannot take the risk. And he agreed to it. At least that was my understanding. And Joe being a known quantity, you can take him out at any moment in time. He agreed not to, for me, he agreed not to shoot anyone at night. And that was the only purpose why I kept him in the game. I wanted to keep him in the game. Now, it's mafias against cops. The sheriff is obviously out of the game. I believe it was Garo Manchurian. Very bad luck for us. Kevork, why did you not shoot Snoop? If you had doubts on Snoop and Van, why did you not shoot Snoop? Joe, why did you not shoot Snoop? You cannot answer now, but I'm going to ask the question to Kevork. We're playing terribly as cops. I cannot believe the situation that we're finding ourselves in. Van and Kevork, huge suspicions. I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm going to die tonight. It seems like it. And pass.
Sarafian.
I did a huge mistake, Harry. To be honest, I did a huge mistake. In my head, I thought Van was there. I'm not going to take a chance. I'm not going to shoot. I'm going to shoot Van. For me, it was clear. It's been more than 3 rounds. I'm fixating on him. And plus, Harut, to answer your question, yes, cops do not shoot left and right. Cops, if you are a cop, you calculate your shot. You don't shoot left and right. You don't have any leverage. You have to gather evidence, and this is how you play. You don't shoot left and right. This is the whole thing for me since day one. And he's saying that I'm playing like Sergey. Sergey is a cop, my friend. As simple as that. And you shot him. Now you're coming and threatening me. I did a mistake. And I do admit it. And I take ownership of my own mistake. But besides that, what did... Let's go with it. What did I do wrong?
Time.
Fixating on Van?
Barant.
Okay, guys, there are 2 people who need to die, or Van or Snoop. But let me tell you this. If, what's his name, the serial killer didn't respect his word, we would have ended up with 2 mafias, 1 police, and 1 serial killer. And if during the day nobody of these 4 died, I'm just doing the math, it's new for me. If nobody, it was a tie between both, at night, the mafia was gonna kill a police or a serial killer, and the serial killer could have killed somebody. And it would have ended up serial killer staying alive, or 1-1-1, and serial killer would win. So why would we take a chance? That's why I didn't kill Hrayr. We'll talk later. But now I think we have to kill Hrayr and Kevork, decide Van or Harut. It looks like you want to kill Van. Just let me know you want to kill Van. I will shoot Van. I have my doubts on 2 people, Snoop and Van. Snoop definitely is a mafia. Van, I suspect is a mafia, but if you want to go with Van, we'll kill Van. Snoop or Van, but if you guys go with Van, I'll kill Van. That's it.
Thank you. Nominations. Harut.
Hrayr.
Hrayr. Snoop.
Van.
Van.
Kevork.
Harry.
Harut.
Kevork.
Snoop.
Varant.
I guess myself. I've never nominated me before.
Okay, this is your last self-nomination, Varant. So, all of you are nominated. We begin with Harut. You got a minute 20.
Okay, Van and Snoop, you guys shot Garo, okay? You shot the sheriff. This is one thing. Hrayr, I'm talking with you. So what I see in front of me, there's two groups. One is Snoop and Baptiste. One is Snoop and Van. The other group is Kevork and Varant. Snoop has accusation on me. Van has accusation on Kevork Sarafian. But, so if they both are mafias, if Snoop starts saying Harut, I have doubts on Harut, Van also starts to put doubts on Harut. Both of them are not putting the same doubts, but Kevork and Varant are really focusing on the same person, Van, because Van shot many people. This also can be a situation. Varant, sorry, there's no proof that you're a cop, and Kevork Sarafin, there's no proof that you're a cop. Maybe both of you, you're doing this. And Varant, in the previous games, he said like, Harry nominated me just to put me the last one on the sequence so that somebody can shoot me. Usually if you're a cop, you don't be so scared. I don't know. Hrayr, I'm saying this. I see a coalition like also between Kevork, Sarfan and Varant. Snoop and Van are the only people that are active. If you are a cop, you don't be scared. You attack. Even though they killed Sheriff. Kevork and Varant were very passive players. I have my highest thoughts on Kevork, and I might, like, I'm gonna shoot Kevork Sarafian, unless something comes up.
Snoop.
Okay. By the way, Harut, I didn't accuse you. I said maybe you might be the mafia. I didn't say you're the mafia. That's one. Because before I speak, I said I don't know what to say. I'm confused. It's good that I still remember that. Other than that, like Harut, you might have a point with pointing out about Varant and Kevork, but at the same time, I nominated one because I have suspicions on him now, because like as you guys mentioned, he maybe shot 3 people and killed 3 people. The only mistake I did was killing Garo, because I was thinking that he was the reason that the sequence wasn't working, and I think I was mistaken, but that happened. So I think depending on what the rest of the guys will talk, I think I'm gonna shoot one. That's it.
Okay, Van.
Okay, regardless whether I'm gonna die or not, I'm gonna say this. Okay, listen to me. I'm not the sheriff. I'm a regular police. First of all, I'm going to speak to the cops. I'm not gonna repeat what you said. There isn't any. I don't see any better cop right now than Harut in this game. First of all, you asked me, Mr. Hrayr, you asked me why I shot Garo and why I shot 3 people. Okay, why I shot 3 people. I'm gonna give you the explanations. First of all, I'm gonna start with Garo. Garo, yesterday I watched this game. I realized he has a very good facial gestures. He's solid player. I thought he could do the barbecue and be a mafia at the same time, and he was pulling this on us. And I had suspicions that they grew by time. And the time came, I nominated him based on those suspicions, and I shot him. There was an equality. There was another round of defense. He defended, he gave a hint that he could be the sheriff, and then he backed off. He didn't say anything. I thought if you were the real sheriff at that juncture, at that critical point in time, you would give out information as a sheriff. When he didn't give out as information, I called his bluff. I shot him again and I killed him. I wasn't the only one. I called his bluff and I shot him. Okay, he could be the sheriff. There is a high probability. I agree. Now the other people, I shot Sergey because for me he was playing like a mafia. He was fixated on me. I'm a regular cop. He got fixated on me, and I eliminated him. It's a fair game. I eliminated him. I believe he was a mafia. Now, Kevork Sarafian, you're saying Sergey is not a mafia. Sergey is a cop. How do you know Sergey is a cop? You
10
don't
seconds.
know Sergey. You don't know Sergey is a cop. Okay, the third person I killed was the serial killer, confirmed by the Don and by the serial killer himself and by everybody in this game. These are my explanations. I will
Harry.
kill Kevork. I will kill Kevork right now. And
Van, 2 rounds ago you said you were confident that Garo is a cop. Why are you calling a cop's bluff? It's on the video. Don't do this. You came out and you said, I feel that Garo was a cop. Don't do that to me. I'm not gonna waste time now. You're digging your own grave. If you're a cop, you're contradicting yourself. Don't do the hands, Van. Don't do the hands, man. You're looking foolish.
Okay,
Seriously.
guys, don't talk to each other. Harry, say your thing and go on, please.
2 rounds ago, Van came out and said, and I called him on it. I said, you just said Garo was a cop and you shot him. And now you're saying he was the sheriff if he was given.
Van,
Why are you calling someone's bluff?
Van, you're not
If you
allowed
think
to
that
do
he's
what
the
you're doing.
sheriff, why are you calling his bluff? He's an important player. And he's the first name. Sorry, he's the last name. It was Vahik and then Garo. Why are you calling his bluff? If you're a cop, you're playing terribly. I'm sorry. And that's why I might shoot you right now. And Varant, this is the reason why I wanted the serial killer in the game, because now we shoot the wrong person. At night, the mafias kill me, and the game will be over if there's 2 mafias left. With the serial killer in the game, you don't know what the serial killer would have done. And you're taking it for granted that the serial killer is going to shoot a cop. What makes you certain? What if he shot a mafia? Why are you not looking at that side of the coin? Honestly, guys,
Fine.
this has been a very, I don't know, pass.
Sarafian.
Harut, don't take it the wrong way, but it's offensive when you say I'm a passive player. A cop takes an action by abstaining to shoot when he does not have concrete evidence. I shot Vahik, but the guy, the way he defended himself, made me reconsider my vote. I didn't shoot left and right. I calculate. A cop to shoot, you have to have evidence. This is the way the game goes. If you go by your guts, most of the time, you will be wrong. My vote is for Van because Van is eliminating any single threat that comes on his way. Why did he shoot Sergey? Even if you don't have anything on it, why do you shoot someone if you're not 100% sure? And considering Garo, the guy was doing mashawi kebab, he cannot, for me it was loud and clear, plus the guy mentioned in his defense. For me it was, on top of that, he's my friend from childhood, so I know when I know I can read the guy. This is why I helped the guy. I tried my best to help him. Other than that, I have nothing more to say. It's really, literally, I have nothing more to say. If you see me as a passive player, please, man, this is wrong.
Varant.
I nominated myself. So if I was a mafia, okay, whoever said yes, you were scared to be the last one. Yes, I was scared back then, but now I'm not scared. I nominated myself and I'm putting myself the last name because I'm a police and I'm not scared, and Hrayr revealed himself. So now, honestly, guys, what is it not clear? I don't know, I got confused, but theoretically, the 2 mafias should be Snoop and Van. Hrayr is a cop. Harut has played like a cop, has behaved like a cop. He said Hrayr was the police, and when they said, how do you know? How do you know? Well, he said, because I saw this. Hrayr never said, no, I didn't fix my shirt, so he gave the reason. Kevork Sarafian, he's been playing like a police. Why are we getting confused? Van or Snoop has to die tonight, this morning. I think there's well, but most of you are saying Van. I'm going to shoot Van. My doubts are on Snoop, but because most of you are saying Van, yes, Van is my second doubt. But if it looks like you guys want to kill Van, let's kill Van. I think it's Snoop more than Van, but my second suspicion is Van. It looks like you guys are going to kill Van, so I'll shoot Van. That's it. I'm the last person again to speak, and it's really bothering me.
Time. Okay, guys. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think about your decisions. And I want timely votes. No monkey business. We start with Harut on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Snoop. 1, 2, 3. Van. 1, 2, 3. 3 votes. Harry. 1, 2, 3. Sarafian. 1, 2, 3. 3 votes. Varant. So no need for Varant. There's no more votes left. So we have Van and Sarafian to defend. Van. Minute 20.
Hrayr, I'm gonna say it once, and we're gonna get out of this topic. When Vahik said he's the Don, and Vahik had shot Garo with us in the second round of shooting, I said, given those developments, the person who we shot and he got 4 votes, and that's Garo, he could be a cop. And I said it, and that's what I said. I didn't say I knew he was a cop. I shot him. I said he could be a cop. After shooting, I shot the wrong person. Yeah, 3 other people shot with me the wrong person. Okay? 3 other people shot with me the wrong person, including Vahik. Only on the basis of Vahik being the Don shooting Garo, that mainly rules out that Garo was a mafia. Okay, that's it. Now, the second part of what I'm gonna say is, how many mafias do we have in this game left?
10 seconds.
Me, I strongly believe Sergey was a mafia. I don't like at all how Varant is saying now, if you guys are fine with shooting Van, I have doubts on Snoop, don't worry, don't forget about that, but I shoot Van with you. How convenient is that? Very, 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 very interesting play, Varant.
Thank you, Van. Hrayr. Oh, sorry, Kevork. My bad.
Honestly, guys,
Kevork, your voice is cutting up. Okay, go
let me
ahead
switch
again.
to the hotspot. Just let me switch to the hotspot. Just
Sure,
a second.
sure. Go ahead. Okay. Let me know when you're ready so I can start your time.
Can you hear me, guys, now?
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Guys, I honestly don't have much more to say than the things I've said. If you're going to open the subject of Vahik, yes, I've put a huge suspicion on him. And the first thing I said to Vahik, when he shot the second day, if I'm not mistaken, when he shot the first Garo, and I told him, why are you shooting the guy? Based on what? And he was on top of my list, on my list. But the problem is there were other evidences gathering up left and right. This is why I don't like when it's too many players, because you cannot concentrate on too many things. This is why I always go with who is shooting who and the effects that it caused. Guys, it's simple as that. Van shot 2 people. Let's say we don't know what they are, but he killed 2 people. His vote led to the death of 2 players. This is it. I honestly don't have anything much more to say.
Thank you, Kevork. On the count of 3, guys, late votes, I will not consider. Okay? On the count of 3, who lynches Van? 1, 2, 3. 3 votes. On the count of 3, who lynches Kevork? 1, 2, 3. 3 votes. Cameras off. Knight 3. Knight 5. Okay, Doctor. Mafias. Okay. In turn, Snoop. Van. Hrayr. Kevork. Varant. Harut. No one dies. Snoop.
Super weird, but no one died. I don't know what to say. I have suspicions on. I still have suspicions on Van. Harry's the doctor. Kevork, I have suspicions on you as well, and I don't know what to say. Pass.
Van.
Pass.
Harry.
Van, I hope you watch the cameras when the voting happens so that you know who keeps you in the game. Because you have no idea who voted for who. You weren't even looking. Pay attention to the game. The only reason no one died, in my humble opinion, is because one Mafia went ahead with the sequence, the other Mafia came back for me. This is what I think happened. So that confirms 2 Mafias. There could be one very smart Mafia left in the game trying to do mind games, but it doesn't make any sense because the odds are stacked. It is not in favor of the Mafias to do this. That's why I'm bringing my suspicion now to Snoop. Would Snoop have gone ahead with the sequence or gone back and someone else not gone? I don't know. I was hoping I would get lynched that night so that I can be done with this because this game has gone for a very long time and I'm super tired. I can't make any sense and no one is bringing anything credible.
Kevork.
I honestly don't know what to say. For me, my position is the same. Considering the night, yes, there must be some confusion going on. Other than that, my suspicion is still on Van. I remember the game of the one with Mark Khalifa, the one that he was supposed to leave and not leave, and they left it. So I'm not going to let go. What I have as concrete evidence on someone, I'm not going to let it go. And then, yes, the second thing, it makes sense that Snoop. This is how I see it.
Varant.
I've been saying Snoop. Now you guys are telling it's Snoop. Snoop, at the beginning of the game, at one point said, Van is the sheriff. Do you guys remember this? Van is the sheriff, he said. So this makes me give more suspicion that Snoop has more chance to be the Mafia than Van. Because at one point he said, yeah, but Van is the sheriff. Like, I don't know why would he say something like that. And that has already, and he backed Sako at the beginning because he knew Sako was a police. And when Sako died, you know, he could have created that credibility. saying, you see, I said Sako's credible, and I believe Sako so I really believe let's go after Snoop now. Yes, let's kill Snoop. As I said before, I was telling you guys, I would kill Van because that's my second suspicion, but my first suspicion is Snoop, and now that Hrayr is saying Snoop, let's kill Snoop.
Harut.
Okay, whenever it comes low, like very few people in the game, my doubts start to become on the people that they are sure who to shoot, like Varant, because yeah, I have my doubts. You have to turn off your, you have to mute yourself, Varant. I have my doubts on you, man, because you are taking yourself that everybody thinks that you're a cop for granted, but there's no proof that you're a cop. And you are saying, let's shoot Snoop, and Kevork also saying, let's shoot Van. This, I don't understand. If you look at me and Hrayr, we are totally lost. I don't understand how it's very clear. Like Kevork, I don't understand how you're saying it's very clear to kill Van just because he killed 2 people. And then Van was saying, no, I killed 3 people. But Van didn't kill by himself. There were other people who were following Van as well. For me, Van, when he defended himself, it was like the way that he was saying, he was trying to seed more forward the game. But Kevork, you were only saying that, Harut, I'm not a passive player. I take it offended. This is the first thing you said. The second thing, Van killed many people. It's clear. For Varant also, it's clear that Van killed many people. You should kill Van. But for me, it's not clear, Khayyal, because I'm a fucking cop. And Snoop is Snoop. I really don't know what to say for Snoop. And there is no evidence to, or something to talk about. If somebody was died at night, at least we could have put some stuff on it together. I'm gonna stick with Kevork and Varant, my doubts. Sorry, guys. And let's all nominate each other. And Van, please look at who is shooting you. That's very important, man.
Okay, Snoop nomination.
Myself.
Van.
Varant.
Okay, Harry.
Harut.
Kevork.
Van.
Varant.
Kevork.
And
Hrayr, Virgin Hrayr.
Guys,
Okay.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Go ahead. Varant. Guys, I'm going to enforce a rule that I wouldn't normally enforce, but if no one dies this evening, I'm going to end the game. Okay? Because last night no one died, and if this night no one dies, then the game ends. And I'll let the serial killer win. Okay. Snoop, defend.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to Hrayr and Varant. Hrayr, just because there was a mistake with the night sequence, it doesn't mean that it's me who's getting confused. It might be anyone else. That's not enough reason or indication about that. Varant, I have big suspicions on you now because you're still talking the same things that you talked throughout the game. That I talked about Sako. It was at the beginning of the game. I told Haig that Sako, he always suggest things like that to have a fair game. Another thing you said, what did you say? Wait, about Sako and fuck, I forgot. Oh, and you said that, yeah, Harry is saying that we're gonna shoot Snoop. I'm gonna shoot Snoop. I think if you do that, you're gonna regret it. I'm not talking to you, Varant, but to the others. That's it. I'm gonna shoot Varant.
Van.
Whoever is going to speak after me, okay, I'm sorry I didn't check the camera because I was tired. Can you remind me who shot me? I didn't also look because it was certain that who it was going to be, because the accusations on me were so direct and straightforward. I didn't have any doubt that they won't shoot me. So please correct me after me, Hrayr, if you would like. And I have, as I said around earlier, I don't like the way Varant was playing the game as saying, first of all, reminds me of the first round of the game when Varant, out of the blue, there was no reason that he would be shot. He super well defended himself and became very passionate about being the last person when there was no reason. He wasn't the sheriff. As far as I know, you're not the sheriff, aren't you? Are you the sheriff? You're not the sheriff. So if you're not the sheriff, why were you that scared that you were going to be on the last in the sequence and you were gonna die? That's why I have doubts. And the way he's like, if you don't want to shoot Snoop, I'll come with you on Van. That's why I'm going after him now. I'm gonna shoot
Harry.
him. I'm gonna shoot him.
Snoop. The reason why I said what I said was it was a bait that I threw to see who's going to react. You've played enough games, and I don't think it could be anyone. I just threw your name because there was heat on you the previous round, and some people jumped on it. I just want to see their reaction. Someone mentioning something doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to kill. When you nominate someone, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to kill. Van, you, Harut, and me shot Kevork Sarafian to keep you in the game. Okay? I have huge suspicions on certain people right now. I'm not going to reveal who, but there has been a shift of attention. One round ago it was Van, and now Van is in everybody's good graces, and now the shift has gone between Snoop and Varant for some reason. Very valid points about Varant defending so passionately to stay in the game. I'm the doctor. The sheriff is dead, so why does he want to stay that much into the game? And I just nominated you, just like I said, I just threw it out there. Maybe you have a role, but all the positive roles are clear. I don't know. I'm just saying what they're saying, Varant. I'm not drawing a conclusion. I'm just saying it out loud again. I really don't know, guys. This is a very confusing game for me. Next time, people doing barbecues maybe should not be the sheriff.
Sarafian.
To be honest, I'm really tired. I'm really tired because it's dragging too much. For me, I don't understand why Van is in the clear. The guy, obviously, there is too many evidence against him. Now everybody's shifting. I don't know, but for me, this is how I see it. As simple as that. The evidence show that way. On top of that, now be him not even looking at the voting and so on. It's something which is fishy. It's fishy. Now this is it's a hunch thing. I don't want to dwell on it. But my vote is on Van. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change it for anything. I'm not going to let it go, because if it lets go and I lose the game, it's going to haunt me, and it's going to make me really angry.
Varant.
Snoop, I've been doubting you and Van since the beginning, and I kept on saying one thing. I think Snoop is the Mafia #1, and my second guess is Van #2. But I said, because Harry, Kevork, Harut, those people came to a thing saying that they want to kill Van, I said, yes, I have doubts on Van, but it's my second suspicion. I never changed that. So my first suspicion is Snoop. My first suspicion is Snoop. My second suspicion was Van. So I said, okay, I'm still ready to kill my second suspicion. I'm not killing Harut. I'm not killing Kevork. I'm killing Van. My second suspicion. There are 2 Mafias in the game. So don't come after me saying why, whatever. I'm a police, guys. What are you talking about? I nominated myself last round. If I was a Mafia, why would I nominate myself without anything? Last round, I could have just skipped and killed if I'm the Mafia. And the game was over. If I was the Mafia and I made a mistake, I would have killed. And I'm the one who said, I calculated. I did all the calculations. Yes, I opposed Harry, not because of that, but I said the first time I'm playing, guys, forget me. If somebody thinks I'm a Mafia, he's a really, really bad police. Harut, I'm looking at you. Maybe you're the Mafia if you think I'm the Mafia. Guys, Snoop and Van, these are my 2 suspicions. Anybody thinking I'm the Mafia is a bad cop or Mafia himself. That's it.
Time, Harut.
All right, cool. I think, okay, Varant, how can Snoop and Van can be Mafia where Snoop is shooting Van? If he was the Mafia, no, listen, everybody guys, listen. If Snoop is a Mafia, he would have shot Kevork. Both of them together, it's impossible to be Mafias. It's impossible. It's out of equation. Snoop even came after Van. The only people who didn't come after each other is Kevork and Varant. And both of them, they were pointing their fingers on Van. Guys, we should kill now. I'm gonna go after or Varant or Kevork Sarafian. Both of them. Because Snoop and Van, they were fighting each other. If Snoop is the Mafia, Varant, he could have won. If both of them together are Mafia, they could have won easily. Why Snoop is killing Van? Snoop is killing with you and Kevork Van. Van is killing with me and Harry to to Kevork. For me, it's Kevork and Varant, and both of them are becoming more aggressive. Varant, you didn't explain why you can be a cop.
Time, Harut, time. Thank you. Okay, guys. On the count of 3, who lynches Snoop? 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Van. 1, 2, 3. 1 vote. Harry. 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Sarafian. 1, 2, 3. 2 votes. Varant. 1, 2, 3. Guys, late vote, I will consider 2, which means Sarafian and Varant will defend again. Sarafian, go ahead.
Well, guys, I have nothing more to say. Harut, if you're seeing me aggressive, well, I don't know, man. It's up to you. To be honest, I am tired. I'm tired. And I'm suggesting to stop the game, to be honest, because I can't continue. Besides that, Mashi, my vote is on Van, and I'm not going to shoot anybody. That's it.
Varant.
Listen, guys. I'm a police. And Kevork, let's make it a tie. If you, I'm a police. So if you don't shoot, if nobody shoots me, no, I'm the last one to be. Anyway, it looks like I'm gonna die. If you don't shoot, I'm gonna die. So I am proposing that you shoot me and I shoot you. I shoot you, you shoot me. That's it. And then anyway, the second Mafia will be revealed. I'll shoot you, shoot me. If anybody else shoots me, it's okay. It's done. Finish. I'm not gonna even ask for second person because I'm tired too.
All right, on the count of 3, who lynches Kevork? 1, 2, 3. Who lynches Varant? 1, 2, 3. All right, you go to night. Doc, save someone. Mafias, kill. Okay. Intern Van. Van, camera on. Harry, Sarafian, Harut, and Snoop. Snoop turn off. Harut turn on. Snoop turn on. No one died. All right, guys. The doctor was Hrayr. The sheriff was Garo. The serial killer was Joe. The framer was Sarafian. Mafia is Snoop. Don was Vahik. Okay? That's it.
What happened? Joe
What happened? Oh, I don't even want to start with what happened, guys. Joe did not kill the first night.
The
Alright?
first 2 nights.
No, he killed the second night. He was lying about that. He killed Hirag. The second night, Vahik found out
Harak
about
died the
Garo.
third night.
Guys, listen. Vahik found out about Garo on the first night. He gave the signal. Neither Kevork nor Snoop saw the signal. Both of you did not see the signal, which means they kept on the sequence while Vahik was trying to kill Garo. That's the first mess up. That's why no one died on the first night, on the second night from the Mafia side, right? So the first night, Sako died. Mafia, well, he was on the first on the sequence. Second night, Mafia's missed, and Joe killed Hirag. All right. Third night, right? Serial killer.
Herak, can you mute
Vahik.
yourself, please?
Yeah,
Oh,
Herak,
sorry,
please mute
sorry.
yourself. Serial killer shot Vahik, and the Mafias went for Haig. All right. But on this night, the Don asked about the serial killer as well. Okay. Now the sheriff already knew about the serial killer from the first night. That's why he was trying to kill Joe from the beginning. And then he asked the second night about Harut, and he died without revealing anything. Okay. Now this is when the kebab started. This is when
Who was the sheriff? Sorry, I got disconnected. Who was the sheriff?
Garo was
Ah,
the sheriff. Garo
okay.
was the sheriff. Now, the night that Hrayr died, everything is good. They're on the sequence. Hrayr saved himself. Then Kevork stayed on Hrayr. Snoop decided to play. And he just started throwing random names. Not even following the sequence, by the way. So he just started throwing random names. And that's when, like, I couldn't take it anymore, honestly. The Mafia should have won this game way earlier. Like, if the serial killer killed the first night and the Mafias just got one more name right, this game was over. Right? It was a one game. I don't know what you were doing, Snoop, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know what you were doing. It's your game. You're the Mafia. You do whatever you want. But respect that there's so many people watching, and there's like 13 of us who are just waiting for the game to end. Go ahead, talk.
Joe, why you
I'm
didn't
done.
reveal, man?
Can I talk, guys? Okay. Honestly, I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't give random names, but maybe I was looking on like a different lists.
He was
Maybe
looking at
that's
the
why.
talking sequence.
Yeah, maybe. So that's why I didn't do it on purpose, and I didn't want this game to last this long. Maybe I did a mistake by not shooting the doctor. That's one mistake, but Avak, seriously, I didn't do it on purpose. I'm
No,
sorry,
we
guys.
lost Avak. We lost Avak. Just give me.
Yeah.
But anyway, don't think that I was like fucking around.
Joe, why you didn't tell us you killed this person on the second night?
I thought the Mafia's it was on the sequence, so it was thought it was gonna be a white half lie.
Yeah, he can lie. He can lie. But
No, he can't lie, but he was saying he was inclining towards the cups,
Guys,
and
I have a
obviously,
question. Right, I have a question. This
Yeah.
is concerning the game. Now,
Yeah.
when Vahik dies,
yeah,
okay, I don't agree that he can lie.
He
Anyone.
cannot lie only about his identity, but the rest he can say whatever
okay.
he wants.
yeah.
He
I
should
didn't
say
know
I'm the
that.
sheriff, but then he can say I asked about Hrayr and is the Don. I can ask about Hrayr is the sheriff. He can say whatever he wants.
Because he could be lying, and the mafias can read through his lies. He can say he can say this is a cop, that is a cop, that is a cop, that is a cop, and his
But
mafia
to be
team
fair,
would be
guys, we won the game. Yeah, we should have won the game long time ago when there was a draw between myself and Van.
Yeah.
That night, Hrayr, you should have died because
The
you
second
already
night.
saved your. Yeah, you
Yeah,
already saved yourself. So technically, you should have died.
Okay, Hrayr dies. What happens next?
Draw.
No, it'll be 5 people. It will be 5 people. It was never 4.
So I got
We were always 6.
So Joe, you shot me because
Hold on, Hrayr. Just 1 second. It was Van, Hrayr, Kevork, Harut, Snoop, and Varant. 6 people. So if you shot me at night, it would have been 5.
Maybe. I don't know. But the thing is, it threw me off guard. The night that you didn't die, it threw me off guard. I was like, I don't want to play anymore. I was tired.
يا شاب البرنسبل انت.
I believed you, but you gave up so fast. Your head down. وما بعرف شو. شو كده like? Why did you give up that fast, man?
I didn't give up. I was just like.
Van, your play was like a very mafia-esque play.
Man, to be very honest, the supporting cast, other than Harut, analyzing, saying the things about Kevork and this, other than Harut, no one was bringing anything to the table.
I kept on telling that Snoop is the mafia, Hrayr. How can you say I didn't bring anything to the table?
Man.
How can you say? I kept on saying Snoop is the mafia. Snoop is the mafia. Now my number 1.
I brought things to the table.
No, Harut was excellent.
Harut avret tickets Harut.
No, but Harut was so good. No, Harut was very good, but he was so good that in my opinion, I started doubting him.
Harut said one thing very important that I was not realizing, that Van and Snoop are not from the same team. But once you said that, I was like, okay, then it's not Van, it's Snoop. And then I said, okay, let's kill Snoop. So it's another person. And I'm like, who is it? Harut. It's not Harut. Right away, I knew it was. I knew that it was Snoop and Kevork at that night.
No, are you serious?
It's a draw because the moderator ended the game because it went on for too long and the mafias couldn't get their.
I think we should give it to Kevork because no one really figured it out.
صحتين.
I figured Kevork out. Sorry. You cannot say
everyone. Good game, Kevork.
Can I say something?
Good game,
تفضل سيرجي. تفضل سيرجي.
Snoop, you played really well, man. Snoop, Anjad, you played well there.
Bravo, Snoop.
Snoop playing.
English, guys.
Snoop was like really playing good.
Guys, just a second. Sergey wants to say something. Just a second.
Guys, couple of things. When Harut came out and said, I am serial killer, how don't you doubt him?
I doubted him.
Vahik is serial killer. How don't you doubt him? How does he know?
I was coming to that, Sergey. I was coming to that, but I left it to the last round because I was feeling that I'm going to be stuck with Harut being the decision maker.
After one, what did I do for you to say I'm a mafia? You gave so many hints that you have an important role.
No, I didn't give any hint.
Like you gave a hint and I saved you one night because of what you said.
Okay, you played very bad the beginning of the game, man.
Wait,
guys, I think the entire game went downhill because like Garo was like uninterested.
When Kevork said you shot Sergey and Sergey was a cop. What was that?
No, 1 second.
Wait a second. What was that? How did you know you were a cop?
When Vahik when Hrayr came out and said stuff, you said, "I'm going to find out what your role is."
No, we
No,
will
I
find
didn't
out.
say that.
He said we
I
will
said
find
we
out.
will find out what his role is. That's what I said.
Man,
I said
whoever,
we will find out.
we will find out, but when will you find out?
In the middle, in the next round.
How can you find out when you don't have a role, Van?
I said we will find out.
How can you?
That the
How-
sheriff has to ask about him.
Okay, guys, I have to go.
Dude, it was the wrong thing to say.
Joe, nice to meet you. And
Joe?
good game, guys. Yalla.
Bravo, Kevork.
Why round 2, guys? Round 2.
Very
No,
good
no.
game.